PartinG, Startail PartinG, the Protoss player in blue, starting at the top right, Daybreak in this third match in the GSL Code A November, powered by Sony Ericsson and G-Skill. And at the bottom left of the map we have OGS top, the red Terran player. He lost the first map today against PartinG. He lost Belcher Beach, and after that on Crossfire he was able to tie the series and win game number 2. Therefore the current score is 1-1 in this Protoss versus Terran matchup. And yeah, that will be a quite exciting map. Of course, both of these players really want to win. None of them wants to participate in the Code A qualifier the next season in order to qualify for that league. They want to advance. They want to advance in the current tournament. They want to advance to round number 2. This is the first round of Code A November. And yeah, let's have a look what they have up their sleeves in this game. PartinG didn't look really all that good the last map. He actually had a really brilliant performance on Belcher Beach, but on Crossfire he made a few mistakes that cost him the game. And I have to give it to top that his army control was a lot better than on map number 1, especially those EMPs that he used to order to negate the storms of the Templars were really crazy. PartinG only had the chance to use one single storm, and that was all there was. At the same time, those Vikings up top really doing a number on the Colossi, and that was really well played by top. He just annihilated his opponent, and PartinG didn't stand a chance. He really has to focus a little bit more on his army control if he wants to succeed in defeating the Terran player. Especially he has to try to take out those ghosts. That's basically one of the things that it comes down to when you have a Terran versus Protoss matchup. It's for once that you really need to try to kill those Vikings early on or pressure them with storms so that they are not able to snipe all your Colossi. And as soon as this comes down to some kind of showdown between High Templar and the ghosts, you need to make sure that you can feed back the ghost, or that you can at least try to storm them, whatever, just something that will basically make the EMPs useless. You need to split your army accordingly, and that's one of the hardest things to do in StarCraft 2. This is really quite hard to accomplish. Right now top is trying the same thing he did on Belcher Beach. He's starting his engineering bay and is retreating now in order to delay the expansion of his opponent. We've seen that already. At the same time building his own expo, the command center being built at the natural expansion spot. Of course there are 2 additional barracks being built as soon as that's done. And yeah, that one engineering bay doing a good job right there. And of course he's able to delay that expansion quite a bit. You can also already see in the production tab that the command center is done, while the Nexus hasn't even been started yet. That's kind of bummer for the Protoss player. Delays this game quite a bit. And here we go, Probe now throwing down that Nexus. I have to mention it once more, guys. Today, usually, if you're used to watch Code GSL streams, doesn't matter if it's Code S or Code A, you will have 2 casters. Today I'm on my own, which is a little bit difficult for me because I have to control the camera as well as coordinate everything with the tech guys in the back that are making sure that everything's fine with the sound, the brakes and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit different today. We are just trying to provide you with 2 streams instead of 1 because there are so many games at the Code A and a lot of them are being played at the same time. So yeah, the next time I'll probably have a co-caster with me. Once again, we just wanted to make sure to give you the best coverage possible, and therefore you have to make do with only 1 commentator on this stream, which obviously makes it a little bit harder. It's always easier if you have a second guy sitting next to you with a second screen where you can look up statistic and background information on the players that are kind of interesting, and it makes it a little bit harder if you stream on your own and you are limited to one monitor. So still trying to give you a good idea about what's happening, and sorry if not up to your standard, but that's kind of an experiment for us as well. It's a little bit awkward now, but we'll probably do that in the future a lot more often, providing you with 2 streams so you can choose which kind of games you want to see. For now we have another glimpse into the main base of the Terran player, where we already can see the factory that he's building. We have the engineering bay in the process of being built as well, so the upgrades for the Terran player shouldn't be far. And the Protoss is on 50 supply right now, a little bit ahead. He's just on 35 probe supply, and against the 32 SCVs. Always keep in mind that Terran obviously won't be, in the other stages of the game, won't be on the same number of workers as a Terran player, because the Terran has to upgrade his orbital command and loses a lot of building time when it comes down to SCVs, but he makes up for it by having the mules, and therefore the income of those two players are about even. Not that many differences, a little bit more minerals for top, but therefore less gas. So yeah, you can see that kind of evens out. We have Stim being researched, +1 attack once again, and this time for PartinG, he is he's basically doing exactly the same strategy that he was playing on Belcher Beach, and he was quite successful with that one. So right now he's focusing a little bit more on the upgrades, and that's especially the armor upgrades for you, and getting that early Twilight Council. So in terms of his army composition, we have him on 3 Zealots and a bunch of Stalkers as well as Sentries. Let's have a look if he's going to research the charge upgrade right away, or if he's just using the Twilight Council for now to get access to the Templar Archive. At the same time, Top is already starting his 3rd base. He's trying to expand a little bit earlier this game than he did in the last 2. And as you can see, he is also investing a lot of gas into his upgrades, not only getting the +1 attack and the Stim, but now researching Combat Shield and Concussive Shell as well. And more gateway heavy play for PartinG. I like that a lot. He wasn't also successful with the Colossus play that he tried to apply in the last match, and yeah, getting more gateway units on a map like this is probably the way to go for him. He already has 1 observer in a pretty good position, is getting a 3rd base at the right side of the map as well. And as you can see, we have Charge being researched, and at the same time he's also getting the Templar Archive in order to be able to work with feedback against drops, and to work with the Storm to get feedback against ghosts as well, which is something that Top didn't plan on doing so far. It didn't build a Ghost Academy just yet. And we have a lot of gateways, actually, as you can see. We have a lot of gateways being built. There's the Templar Archive that we've been talking about already. And yeah, once again, 1 observer taking position and just making sure that no medivacs are able to get into the base. There's also that High Templar. I really like this. I really love it. This is really something that a lot of Protoss players should do. Just place down that one High Templar, and then you will be safe against drop play. If it's a map where you can expect drop plays coming from a certain direction, that is definitely worth the resources you put into the whole thing. Because as you might remember, PartinG was able to take out 3 medivacs on the first map off Top, and all of them were fully loaded, so that was really something. Now the first Ghost will join the army of the Terran player. At the same time, he's going to get an upgrade at his 3rd base, which is the Planetary Fortress, and secure it a little bit against Zealot Hazman in particular. And we have +1 armor upgrade for his forces, and something we shouldn't forget about, the armory, in order to get access to get the +2/+2 upgrades for his bio. Oh, 1 Archon already in the mix, +1 armor is ready, +1 attack will be soon. And about the supply numbers, 61 SCV supply, 53 probes. Cutting probes quite a little bit, 160 total supply against 123. And here we go, the Ghosts are in the mix as well. No EMP so far, and now there's a lot of pressure going on. 2 Guardian Shields, a lot of force fields, but the Terran player still looking strong with 115, 120 supply. Top in a good position, and that attack by PartinG didn't do him all that much good. We have one Warp Prism being researched being built right now, and Storm being researched, so that might get kind of interesting. But still, the Terran player is now attacking with a lot of bio units, and he was also researching +2/+2. With the Storm being researched, the Protoss player has a viable method of dealing with that army. If he is able to get those Storms in and some area effect damage, then that would be really important. But at the same time, his 3rd base is getting pressured by the Terran player, but Top decides to call it a day, at least for now, and retreat just a little bit. And there's that Warp Prism. Will be able to put pressure onto that third base up top. Top, by the way, double command center right away, getting more and more of those ghosts. We have 6 observers on the map. 6 observers. That's definitely worth mentioning. Let's have a look at the view of PartinG. As you can see, he knows about everything that's happening, and he has his Warp Prism in position to attack that third base. There are already 2 of the Zealots trying to be a little bit annoying, a little bit of a nuisance. Not quite able to do so. In the main base, 2 additional barracks are being produced. He should definitely try to warp in some units, load them into the Warp Prism, and then try to drop. But 6 observers, that's really a lot. That's a lot more than we are used to. Usually what Protoss players will do is get like 2 observers, maybe 3, but 6, that's really a lot of them at the same time. Here's that one drop by Top, trying to deny that base, but PartinG pays attention and is able to deny that drop play. But right now another stim maybe, trying to attack that Nexus. Feedback, there's no more healing right now, no more energy, but yep, the Zealots will take that small drop play out. There's just no way that he can recover from it. And there is that Warp Prism, and it has been scouted. It has been scouted already. It's trying to retreat now. Mover's Reactor being researched in the middle of the map. There's Top's main army. 168 supply against 163. All those ghosts. Ooh, that's 9 ghosts for you right there. 4 bases against 5 right now. Not all of them saturated though. And here we go. First attack is coming up, and where are those EMPs? No EMPs for the main army. Oh, Top needs to be careful. There's one. A lot of units are dying for the Protoss player. He is losing his army left, right, bottom, and center. Jeez, at the same time, he's just sniping a lot of these probes. Top is doing a good job, a really good job right now at defeating that army, and PartinG will kill all of those ghosts nonetheless. So that is something that is kind of weird, but let's have a look. 19 workers have been killed so far, which was kind of a big deal. So sniping all those probes has been kind of had a nice touch to it, but still, the occasional EMP would have helped him a lot as well. But now there's the third base getting sniped. Oh my god, that's bad for PartinG. He's on 133 supply. Oh, but a nice storm finish off a lot of those Marauders and Marines as well. Top now just retreating, trying to rebuild his army. He's still on 5 bases, but losing the Marauders as well. Those charged Zealots are killing everything there's left of the Terran army. 133 supply against 129. But a small advantage now in economy for Top, and a beautiful EMP just telling the Protoss player to back up for now, because he surely can't attack if he doesn't have any shields at all. That would be suiciding. And yeah, let's have another look at the economy. We have 69 SCVs, 72 SCVs, 73 of them against 49 probes. So the economy of Top is looking really strong right now. He's ahead in supply. Don't forget that the army supply is about even. The lead in supply for Top is basically a result of his higher work account. But one thing that we can already talk about is that, here's that Warp Prism. Warping in, nothing at all, but there are 2 Zealots already. Sorry buddy, but that Planetary Fortress upgrade already is done. And now Top is getting the +3/+3 attack upgrade. Oh, one of the medivacs has been taken out already. There's another one coming in. And another drop. Here we go. No High Templar this time. There's only one of them. Doesn't pay too much attention. Here we go. Will he be able to kill that Eco Line? How many drones will he actually kill? One of them is already dead. Another one dies as well, putting some pressure onto the Protoss, denying him mining time. 37th worker killed in total, and ahead with quite a lot supply now. 30 supply ahead, and is able to retreat once again. Ah, beautiful! Very well done! Not only using feedback, but also the storm in order to deal with the drop play of his opponent. Nice touch. Very well done by PartinG. But he's falling ahead. He's falling ahead nonetheless. He's on 160 supply against 194. And we have a lot of upgrades for the Terran player already. But for the time being, they are the same upgrades. They're on 2-2. But yeah, with the 3-3 upgrades coming up for the Terran player, Top is just in a really good position. Oh, sniping a lot of these Templars. And look at that amount of ghosts. That's 12 ghosts right there. And personal cloaking is ready. We mentioned that earlier. And here we go. Even though he's hitting those 2 ghosts with the storm, both of them are taken out. And oh, Top 20 supply ahead. Nice army, and stimming up the ramp. Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Monster EMPs everywhere. Oh, he's storming himself as well. That won't do him any good at all. 160 supply against 110. And Top, with just a brilliant play right there, is killing everything. Is now killing the Archons. The next warp-ins for PartinG might enable him to throw back that attack once more. But he lost so many units in this situation. We have 70,500 resources lost for both of them. PartinG doing a good job at repelling the attacks of his enemy, but still we have all that excess minerals, excess resources for the Terran player, and he has these 5 bases, which is 1 base more than the opponent has. We have a nuke being built again. Those 3-3 upgrades are done now as well. The only thing that I could picture working in the favor of PartinG right now is that apparently Top is not aware that PartinG started to switch to Colossi. He doesn't have any Vikings at all. Oh, he has 1. And 1 single Viking, so if he has enough... Oh, sorry for that, guys, a little bit late with that drop, but we are still back in time in order to see that he is only killing a couple of pylons, nothing all too major, and then PartinG is able to throw that attack back as well. There's still that 1 warp prism hovering over there, and I don't know, but I feel like he could have tried to warp in maybe a Stalker to put some pressure in it, but there's a Marauder, so basically there's no point in doing so. The warp prism is actually not being... Yeah, here we go. There's 1 Zealot. Warp prism is being killed. How many Immortals how many Colossus does he have? 1 of them. Only 1 of them for now. 2. Getting a 3rd one. Yeah, and now he sees the Colossi, and you see what happens. Immediately he is going to build Vikings. Yeah, and this is going to be harsh for PartinG with the Vikings out as well. And another drop play at the bottom. Once again, the Storm doing a good job. Top is losing a lot in because of those because of that drop play. There are pylons all over the place, but still he has so many ghosts. He has still 8 of them. He has 1 nuke as well. There's that 1 Viking still. Not quite sure, but he should know that there's a observer. Maybe just kill that observer. And there is Mr. Nuke. Let's have a look if that's going to be successful. Marines are walking to the top, maybe just trying to kill that 1 pylon. 188 supply against 176. Here we go, no detection whatsoever. 1 photon cannon, needs to be careful, but there's nothing. Oh, this could be brutal. Yep, there's just no way. Is he able to spot that? Will he be able to spot that? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Here we go. And the nuke hits home nonetheless. Not killing all too much, taking out a pylon. Taking out 2 pylons, and the ghost pays with his life. And a bunch of Marines once again running to main base. Yeah, well, oh, nice reaction. Well, right now we have 2 additional nukes, so Top is having a decent economy. He's looking really good with 2,000 minerals, 1,700 gas. He has a lot of ghosts, he's maxed out, his opponent is on 187, so Top really needs to just wait until he has the perfect opportunity to attack his opponent, until he can use all those EMPs, focus his opponent's Colossi with the Vikings, and there are so many Vikings that it shouldn't actually be a big problem for him, because with 15 Vikings and only 4, maybe 5 Colossi in the mix, That's a really comfortable situation for the Terran player. And he has 3 nukes at his disposal, but yeah, he doesn't really account for all those observers on the minimap, on the map. So there's another instant feedback and a storm right after that. Very well done by PartinG. But I still feel that PartinG is kind of hoping for some big mistake by Top. He's still behind in supply. That's finally the scan, and one of the observers dies. And at the same time, once again, the Terran player expanding. He knows that time is working in his favor, and that Blink didn't accomplish anything. Looking good there, but still didn't help him at all against those Vikings. 200 supply for both players. Look at that. 67 SCVs, 71 probes. Bam! Sniped right away. 1 feedback. Top is taking it kind of easy. I mean, have a look at the amount of resources he has right now. He should really get additional production facilities so that he will be able to take down his opponent in the later stages of the game a lot easier. If his army is being killed, if he trades army, then yeah, that he is just able to rebuild his units. And he's sacrificing some SCVs. He's going to kill some SCVs. That's exactly what we've been talking about a little bit earlier. You may remember that we said that in the later stages of the game, especially with that much resource, you can just build a lot of command centers and then sacrifice your SCVs, so you rely more on your mules and you open up that supply. Here we go. He's actually not even sacrificing them just yet. Small encounter at the bottom, taking down 1-2 pylons. He's going to build another base. He should sacrifice a lot of them though. And 59 right now. Here we go. So look at the army supply, 124 against 130. And there's another nuke. Trying to deny that base. Here we go. Again against the pylon, killing the pylon, killing the nexus. And boom. 2 of the zealots attacking the SCVs. Top actually doesn't care at that point. You can see that. He's not even trying to walk away with all those SCVs. He knows that he doesn't really need them, that the supply that's going to open up can be used for his army a lot better than if he was going to rebuild the SCVs right now. So having another look at the tab, you have 52 SCVs for him. And Top really wants to play this safe. Top really wants to play this safe. He knows what's at risk, so he is taking this very, very slowly. He already has the 33 upgrades. He has a lot of nukes now as well. There's another command center coming up. They actually both players are just waiting for that one big attack, but that might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Basically one hitting the Colossi. Not quite, but close. And another one dies as well. Boom. PartinG has to be careful. He's not allowed to lose that many units. There's another EMP going off. Here we go. 5. Oh, beautiful storm right there. Very nice storm. Oh, and then the money EMP hitting all those Templars at the same time. All the Colossus die as well. But Top is dropping in supply right now. He needs to be careful. More Templars are joining the fight, storming instantly. And both players with so much excess resources. We have that base being killed by PartinG, and PartinG isn't looking too bad. They are basically at roughly the same level right now, 169 supply against 152, and PartinG is getting additional upgrades, especially for his shields. The +1 attack, the +1 shield upgrade is already done, and he's now focusing on +2 while getting additional Colossi as well. And whoa, so many units. And here is a huge drop in the main base. He tries to go for the kill. He tries to just kill everything, all the production facilities. That's exactly what he's doing right now. And oh, killing the pylons. And this is huge. This is huge. PartinG will miss so many more in rounds if he actually loses some of his army, because right now he's maxed out anyways, but he's attacking himself now, blinking in. Does he know about the nuke? No, he doesn't, but he's just walking away anyways, so he doesn't really care. kills the expansion of his opponent. At the same time, there are still all those Marauders in the main base of PartinG, and PartinG lost a lot of units in that encounter, and he won't be able to rebuild his army. He has so many resources, but he can't do anything. He can't do anything right now. At the same time, Top is just building all sorts of stuff. Marauders, he's building Marines as well. Here comes that last army of PartinG trying to deal with the situation. He still has so many resources and needs to build pylons, and quite a lot of them. This is Top's chance to shine, even though he's behind in supply. There's a lot of photon cannons being built. Here goes that one High Templar, but the nuke will hit home as well. But so many storms. PartinG, is he actually taking this game? He's on 170 supply and has 2,000 minerals bunked up. He might win that series against Top. The underdog might win that match against the Terran player from Team OGS. Startail would be proud for sure. Here we go. So many ghosts. Once again, 12 ghosts, 9 High Templar. Small encounter going on up there. Once again, the base gets killed by the Protoss, and by now, obviously, PartinG is able to rebuild his army. All those gateways are powered once more by pylons, and therefore he's back to 200 supply. Wow. PartinG looking really good right now. Resources lost. Top lost 40,000, nearly 41,000 resources compared to 35,000. And here we go. No, not quite. A lot of Colossus. Unit kill tab. Kind of interesting. And there's another fight about to happen. Let's have a look at the army supply there. Even once again, we are 37 minutes into the game. Oh, that command center will have quite a lot of trouble. And we have no mining base for OGS Top, guys. There is no mining base. Have a look at the income. There's one mining base somewhere. Yeah, the reminders down here. There's a little bit that you can still harvest, but that's basically it. Some of the patches over there. Won't take too long for Top to realize that he is really in a lot of trouble, as he won't be able to replenish his army, to reinforce his unit count. Here we go again. And guys, with all those resources that PartinG still has, with the advantage that he has in supply, I have to remind you once again, they are even in army supply. It's a worker supply that differs the most. This might be kind of hard for Top to stop, to be honest. When PartinG reinforces right away and starts to attack, Top is in a lot of trouble, because his mining is basically non-existent right now. And PartinG just has to really carefully wait and see when the best timing for him to attack would actually be. They are just dancing around each other right now, just trying to make sure that they don't get caught out of position. We have scans going down everywhere. There are, of course, those observers as well. Nice Storm, very nice Storm. And he's able to taking out 2, 3, 4 Vikings. And this is huge. This is huge. Taking out the Vikings is something that definitely can win him the game, especially as there are only 5 Vikings left. And look at that Colossus count. 6 Colossus against 5 Vikings. I'm really afraid that Top is probably going to lose that game, if not for some miracle in the next encounter, if not for some awesome EMPs, then Top is probably going to lose this. This is really a horrible situation for the Terran player. And right now, as you can see, those SCVs are going to die as well. But here's another small fight. Top not using his EMPs yet. He just wants to make sure that he has enough energy in the fight to take out all those High Templar. But the army supply of the Terran player is dwindling. He's down to 108 against 103. And here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There are so many Terran units just dying to the army of the Protoss player. Oh my god, all those Colossi with a +3 attack upgrade doing so much damage. And now 80 supply for Top against 191. And here we go once again. He can EMP all day long, doesn't really matter. Those EMPs weren't the greatest either. And Top is losing that game. He's down to 30 supply. I can't believe what I'm seeing. PartinG is winning this game. Top GG's out, and PartinG takes that match with 2-1. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, the underdog has prevailed. PartinG will be part of the second round of the GSL Code A. There were some really nice games that we had today. I certainly didn't expect the last best of 3 to end like this, but that was pretty nice. I mean, PartinG, you have to give credit where credit is due, and that guy really played very well today. And that's certainly a name I'm going to remember. So tomorrow we have Code S coming up. Tomorrow is Tuesday, the 8th of November, and we have 2 groups tomorrow in the Code S being casted, being brought to you by Pastosis. We have Group E and Group F, and those matches are really something to look forward to. I Am Happy will face MVP Don Ragu. We'll have FXO Gumio against Startail Bomber, and in Group F Slayers Coca against FXO Oz, as well as Slayers Teja against OGS Nada. This is going to be a great day, guys. Make sure to check it out at the studio at GomTV. And once again, I really want to emphasize on telling you about another awesome tournament that's going on right now. We have the second season of the Arena of Legends, which is basically brilliant. We already had the group stage, but I think at Thursday there's going to be the first matches of the round of 8, and that tournament has been so interesting so far. The games have been great. I really enjoyed casting the matches. We have players like Don Ragoon and ST fighting like crazy in order to win that tournament, and you should definitely check it out on gomtv.net. Make sure to have a look at the HD passes as well, because that tournament is certainly worth it. It's only about $5, which is basically just a box of cigarettes or 1 burger at McDonald's. So you get a lot of VODs in HQ, and of course also a lot of brilliant live matches as well. That's going to take place at the end of the week. Tomorrow is Code S, Group E and F. I'm Carlo. It was a pleasure to cast for you guys. Next time I'll probably in the studio myself, so I hope that you enjoyed the cast nonetheless, even though it was on my own. And yeah, that's basically it for today. It was fun casting for you. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.